Welcome everyone, it's me, Faricha Sholihah. My student number is 262. And in this video, I am intrigued to invite you to analyze the intercultural communication of a movie called English Vinglish. My presentation will touch upon the following issues. First, I will address the overview of the movie, then the analysis of a series of intercultural aspects written in the table of content, and finally, I will address the issue and the conflict in the movie as well as the potential solution to the problem. An Indian movie, English Vinglish, tells the story of Shashi, a traditional Indian housewife, and her struggle to live in the United States for 4 weeks to attend her niece's wedding. The movie highlights Shashi's journey in a cross-cultural context. The conflict started when Shashi has to go to the United States alone with such a poor English skill and no knowledge about the world outside India.
मैं कभी नहीं गई कैसे अकेले
क्या अकेले यार 100 लोग होंगे तुम्हारे साथ प्लेन में
Due to language barrier, there are some miscommunications happened in the movie. For example, this scene.
cappuccino latte
It's coffee.
what
It's coffee.
yes we have nice coffee we have the best coffee in Manhattan you know what I'm gonna give you an
The cultural identity that is represented in this movie is mainly Indian culture. From foods like laddu, idli, and paratha until the tradition of Indian weddings are depicted very well. The main character Shashi also wears a sari for the entirety of the movie. Now, let's talk about power dynamics. Using Hofstede's 6-value dimensions theory, we can classify the power distance in Shashi's family as high. Shashi was treated merely as a maid rather than a mom, not a wife, cooking, cleaning, and taking care of the family without receiving any respect. The evidence is showed in the scene.
मर्द खाना बनाए तो कला है, औरत बनाए तो उसका फर्ज है.
What did you just say?
Man cooking, art. Lady cooking, daily job, duty.
Next one is stereotypes. Traditional Indian women are seen as submissive, conservative, and stupid, since traditional Indians still uphold the belief that women don't need higher education.
घर में नहीं पढ़ सकते.
तुम पढ़ाओगी मुझे इंग्लिश लिटरेचर.
After Shashi moved, she met Laurent, a French immigrant. Laurent flirts with Shashi, making her uncomfortable because of the differences in communication style. Indian women tend to be more discreet about their feelings, especially when they are married, but French men tend to say what's on their mind with less restrictions.
I come to class so I can see her.
Hey, Laurent, what are doing in the class today? Not correct, yeah? No.
What?
Laurent, all women not French.
Indian woman, yeah? Show the respect. In our country, we're not doing this.
In terms of communication, cultural context also influences interaction. For example, Sashi's English classmate, Rama. He is actually a professional software engineer, but all his clients flew away because he has a bad accent and grammar.
I want to teach the office people big lesson. They're thinking, no, he's an idiot, only knowing the software, making fun of my behind, of my English. But now, I will show them that Ramamurthy is Mr. Ramamurthy.
Moving on to the issues. There are 2 issues from this movie that I would like to address in this video. The first one is the unfair treatment in Indian marriages. In Indian culture, women are perceived as inferior to men even within marital relationships. The result of this issue is an unhealthy marriage relationships. Because there is no equality, one of them will feel less respected and lose self-confidence. For example, Shashi. Because of her poor English skill and low education, she is less respected by her family members. To overcome this issue, I would like to propose two potential solutions. The first one is by normalizing couple counseling, and the second one is by empowering women with language skills, especially when it is needed to catch up with modernization. The second issue in English Vinglish is the language barrier that Shashi experiences in the United States. Her limited English skills hinder her ability to communicate effectively, impacting her confidence and interactions in a predominantly English-speaking environment. The consequences of this language barrier are significant. Shashi faces social isolation and embarrassment, which further diminishes her self-esteem. Her inability to communicate effectively in English prevents her from fully participating in her family and society. To address this issue, we need to learn the local language before we decided to stay there. Just like the sayings, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. To support this, we need to create more programs that provide easy and free access to language learning for people like Shashi. In conclusion, English Vinglish is such a good movie that highlights the challenges of intercultural communication, specifically through power dynamics and language barriers. By promoting language learning, we can empower individuals like Shashi. And that is all for now. Thank you and see you next time.